What it do? It's your boy DJ Novo Fresh. This the Lightning Strike podcast.
Man,
In a building,
man,
in a building,
man. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God,
What it do, man? It's Thirsty Thursday, man, and I'm kicking it here with the main H to the Izzo. How you go?
Man,
I forgot the song.
What's good with y'all? What's up? It is A. Brodie with Lightning Strike
Justin
podcast.
Herbert in the
We're
building. Say
coming
report
to y'all for another amazing episode on this Thirsty Thursday. If you're interested in joining us, please call 213-433-7793. Like, share, subscribe on all platforms. We are on YouTube, Instagram, streaming live on Facebook as we speak. And for my TikTok community that is out there, what is going on? What's happening? What it do?
man.
Thirsty
No,
Thursday,
ma'am,
what we sipping on?
No, ma'am, already been a menace.
You see, I told him I missed him.
He harassing. Justin said he reporting for OTAs. And no, ma'am, he said Trey Lance coming for you. Trey Lance couldn't even hold Justin's locker open. He couldn't even hold his locker open. So he definitely ain't coming for him. You mean Hinckley? He's coming for Hinckley. That's what he coming for quarterback number 2. We're
Taylor
solid
Heineke,
at
bro.
number 1. We're 100% at number 1. Heineke.
You said Hinckley.
Beer. I said Hinckley?
Hinckley.
Okay, you know I'm going to butcher a name, bro. I need
Don't
that training beforehand. Now brown cow.
Unique New York.
New York.
Unique New York. But what's good though, man?
Bro.
What's the good word?
I'm exhausted today, man.
You tired? Tired, little pup?
I'm tired, bro. I'm ready for this draft, bro. I'm ready for this draft, man. They said, seen the report today, they basically said what we've been saying.
What they say?
That the Los Angeles Chargers are going to be looking to shore up the trenches in the draft. I mean, anybody with 2 eyes could tell you that. Both sides of the ball, we need to get busy with the trenches. Because that's where your football is won at, in the trenches. You give Justin Herbert the protection, and he gonna destroy everybody.
JoJo says, Boat fam, y'all think we getting Keenan Allen or Tyreek?
I don't want Tyreek.
It's Tyreek, JoJo.
Tyreek got to stay out of jail, bro. He a distraction.
People after him.
Tyreek is... L.A. too big for Tyreek.
His hands off of...
L.A. too big for Tyreek, and if he can't handle Miami, he definitely ain't gonna handle L.A.
He don't know how to keep his hands to himself.
Jesse say Pickett need to be gone ASAP. He the weakling.
Man, get my boy out of there, huh?
He trying to get trade. I think Jesse. Like Jesse, I think he's gonna be a mid-season trade piece. Watch, we're gonna flip him for a 3rd round. Watch, he's gonna get flipped for a 3rd round during the season. Somebody's gonna need a tackle, and we just so happen to have a surplus award. Telling you, Luke, I feel you. I just think he's gonna be a trade piece. I think they bring him along as a trade piece. Eventually, he'll end up getting traded for a 3rd round for a team that needs a tackle. JoJo, Keenan's probably going to get signed. If they sign him, it's going to be after the draft when they use up the compensatory picks. Did I say that right?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost. Bro. You about nailed that. Compensatory.
Lance who?
Triple letters word score.
Who is Lance?
Trey Lance.
You think Trey? Well, it depends. For Trey, I'm looking for that battle in training camp. That battle to unfold in training camp. And if it unfolds and he get that quarterback number 2 spot, then he definitely will be a trade piece. No, man, it's a menace. He is a menace. He's a menace. But Luke, definitely, bro.
Jesse say, why do you
Asante Samuel?
Yeah.
I think
money
being a main factor. I don't think the Chargers want him. Definitely at the price that he's looking for. And then I just don't think his grade is worth the value that he put in himself, right? And then now he's going to have to wait till after the draft. He's going to be signed. It's just now you got to wait till after the draft. So people are going to fix their team in the draft, and what they don't get, that's when they're gonna start calling all these good free agents that were left behind.
Money.
And Luke, you're right. He missed way too many tackles. He was a liability at tackling. He started off the season decent, but I think when he went down, I think the other, like I said, been saying, the other guy stepped up, handled business,
got the cooking,
and that's
to his detriment.
Let's bring Luke up here.
Them boys.
What up,
Cam
Luke?
Hart and Tarheeb Steele.
What it do, Luke?
What's going on?
Another day.
You on the clock?
What's
up, man?
Wait before we get started.
Oh, go ahead.
Wait before we get started. Just got a message from Boatman. He said, "Thank you for the kind words, gentlemen. I'm home and doing great." Yes, shout out Boatman for your good recovery. Keep resting up. We need you this season. We need you,
my boy.
Yeah. Derek, he just texted. He said he's doing great. Thank you for the kind words. He's at home and he's doing great recovering. And yes, Derek, I think there is mutual interest in Keenan Allen, but the move will happen after the draft if they're going to get Keenan Allen. We'll see probably immediately after the draft, they start signing players as well as undrafted free agents. So I'm happy for Boatman, bro. Percent. That's what I'm talking about, Boatman. At home, resting up, getting better, bro. Get better, Boatman. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed.
Amazing news.
Hell yeah. But all right, Luke, what it do, Luke?
Good. So I saw the two latest mock drafts, today's and yesterday's, and both of them have us passing over Loveland. The first one had us taking offensive lineman.
Who, Gray? Gray Zabel?
Yeah. And then the second one had us taking Kenneth Grant, which if either one of those options happen, I'm gonna be so pissed.
What? Why?
Because I'm tired.
Here to you, Luke.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the Chargers taking offensive lineman or defensive lineman over a weapon when Justin Herbert hasn't had a true number one since probably ever, because Keenan Allen and Mike Williams have always been hurt. And I think Colson Loveland could be the guy that could be a Travis Kelce or a Brock Bowers kind of guy.
You don't think Mason Taylor would be that?
Oh, hell no.
What? Have you watched
what Mason did to you?
Yeah, did you watch Mason Taylor?
There's levels to this game. Like there's levels to it. Like it's obviously Tyler Warren is the best all around tight end. If you're talking about just a guy that can go get you 1,000 yards in his rookie season as a tight end, Colson Loveland is the guy.
Eddie, Mason Taylor's not mid.
I don't think he would even start over Tyler Conklin.
What?
I don't think so.
All right. Disclaimer, I'm an LSU guy. I watch all LSU every game, and I'm gonna tell you,
I think he's overrated.
I know he is not. He is not. When I say for 3 years straight, you watch this kid not only make his catches, but make big catch after big catch in the clutch situations when they scrambling for their life and they needed a first down. They went to Mason Taylor, and every time he showed up, bro.
Michigan went to Loveland. Michigan went to Loveland too, and he showed up.
But I'm saying though, you got the chance. You got the chance. Here's the chance that you have by drafting Zabel, right? You have the chance to get a tackle that can play guard, that can play all the positions on the O-line. So you got an interchangeable piece. You basically will have an offensive line that looks like this: Slater at left tackle, Zabel at left guard, Zion Johnson at center, right guard is Mikael Becton, and right tackle is Joe Alt. Bruh.
I think moving Zion to center is a bad option.
Well, you got Alex. So then you got the center, the from the Raiders.
Andre James, you mean?
Is it Andre James? I thought it was Alex James. I'm tripping.
Andre James,
yeah. You got him at center.
I don't know, man. I think the options you could get at offensive line or defensive line in the second round is closer to what you would get from Zabel and Grant than you would. The drop off from Loveland to Warren is so astronomical to me.
Nah.
And the drop off to Zabel and the next guy that you could get offensive line in the second round isn't that big of a drop off to me.
I don't think
Zabel just started getting put in the first round projections. He wasn't even supposed to be in the first round.
Look, I say this, bro. I get you. I got you.
And even
but you get a 2-for-1.
Even if you put Zabel at left guard and you move Zion to center, you could just leave Zion at left guard and have Andre James at center, and then you have Loveland as your tight end 1. If that's your logic.
No, but look, have you seen Zion? He started getting better at the end of the season, but he still was part of he was still part of the Three Amigos.
He's not bad, yeah, but you got to think about who was next to. Bradley Bozeman is a bum. Trey Pipkins was a bum last year. I mean, you can't expect him to. I'll tell you this: the stat that I read, when we ran to the left side, which was behind Trey and Zion, we rushed for 4.7 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm.
When we rushed behind Trey and Joel, we rushed for 3.2 yards a carry.
Okay.
That just shows you how much better that Zion was at guard than Trey.
Okay, but if we get Zabel,
is he better than Zion?
And in the past, he is for sure.
Yeah, probably, but
bruh.
But we're gonna be we're a run first team.
But you can still. What I'm saying is, you get a 2-for-1. You solidify your offensive line, and you still can get a tight end that can do the things that Loveland does.
No, he can't.
Man, you have to go watch the tape on Mason Taylor, bro.
You cannot. He can. Dude, the drop off from Warren and Loveland to the next tight end is way higher than the drop off from Zabel. Yes, it is. It's way higher.
It's not, bro. Aurora's still out there. He's top talent. I'm telling you, bro.
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying the drop off is way worse.
I just think that.
I think the comments would agree with me. Look at all these guys. They're all saying Taylor's mid or average, bro. Like, no, not that good.
They not how many games did y'all watch Taylor play? How many games?
It's just Eddie.
Uh-oh, you in trouble?
He's there and we don't draft him.
He ain't gonna be there though, so we need to. I honestly, he not gonna be there. It's wishful thinking.
The worst part was they had him going to the Rams, which would hurt my heart. He'd be in the same freaking town on a different team.
And he got, bro, and then he just got Hall of Fame genes. His dad, Jason Taylor. Natural hands.
Come on.
Strong, shifty.
But how many guys that have good fathers turn out good? Answer that question.
Bro, you gotta
watch this. Not many.
You gotta watch this dude, bro.
Not many.
All right, bro.
All right, thanks, Luke.
Yeah.
No problem.
We got Caden in the building.
What you got, Caden?
What's up?
What up?
What's happening?
What do you think we're gonna do with J.K. Dobbins?
Man, honestly, at this point, I don't. If he comes back, is another one. He's gonna.
He was good. Like what? I mean, he was good last season.
He was. He most definitely was.
Would you like to see him re-signed or?
I would have liked to see him resign, but to be honest with you, I think now as the draft gets closer, and I honestly think in the running back room, the running backs in the draft are starting to develop, and you're starting to see like maybe they could come here. I think they're going to draft a running back, and I think it's no more for JK.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
And that's unfortunate because I like JK. I like him
too. Yeah. I mean, especially after the Najee signing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like we wouldn't sign Najee if we're really that interested in keeping JK. You know what I mean? Like if we were like all in on JK, I don't think we would have signed Najee. But
they could have made a nice little 1-2 combo.
Yeah. I mean, he's still out there. He's still out there.
And I think so. The draft would tell us if we go these 7 rounds and we don't take a running back, then I think we're gonna definitely sign Keenan and JK back.
Mm-hmm.
But if we take a running back, that pretty much
in the block.
That pretty much is. We're not signing them before the draft. That's for sure. We're not signing anybody else before the draft. Mm-hmm. So if we don't draft a running back, I would lean toward JK coming back.
And then what do you think about what's like? Do we need another like star wide receiver? Like, what are we gonna? I mean, we have Mike Williams in.
We do need a star receiver.
What do you think about Tyreek Hill?
Nah, too much. It's too much risk, man. It's just too much risk bringing him in. To be honest, it's just too much. Like he just gotten another domestic, even though no hands or anything was thrown. Allegedly, like the fact that police were called.
That's news to me. I haven't even seen that.
Yeah. The police were called. So it's just like the baggage, man. It's like, do you want to bring him in, being that it's LA, Do you want to bring that to this team and all that outside noise that comes with him? You know,
exactly.
He did have the incident last year with the police. Prior to that, he had a domestic incident. You know,
I feel like it could be another like another J.C. Jackson kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like too much other stuff and not enough football.
Exactly. It's sort of like
you have to leverage to get him.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just not really fit for the. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's guys that are fit for the Chargers. I don't think he's really like fit for the. Like he needs to go somewhere where there's like
for the culture. He's not fit for the culture. He's not fit for the culture.
Yeah.
He's
exactly.
He's a magnetic, energetic.
He's gonna want his numbers.
Yeah. He's a dynamic player. Don't get me wrong. He's a dynamic player with the ball in his hand. I'm not going to take away his play on the field. Phenomenal player. But it's everything else that comes with him. It's all the other distractions outside of football. We talk more about his off the field stuff than this year than we talked about his football stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he didn't put up stellar numbers this year.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's a good point.
So it's like once you're in the league, it's not like, great players consistently have good years. They don't have an off year, then all of a sudden come back being great. That's usually the sign of their decline, right? He's still getting same amount of snaps, things like that. They don't just go back to being better. They usually, that's when you notice their decline and their role starts diminishing, and it's downhill from there. He's due $27 million.
This is not at this point in his career. It's just not worth it. It's just not. It just isn't.
No, too much baggage, man.
Yeah, and then just one last thing.
Yes, sir.
What's up with Asante Samuel? Is there any action around that, or
I don't think there is going to be any action. I don't even think there is action.
You want money, or you think he just
money? And I think the issue. Think about this. He was healthy at the end of the season, like at least the last 6 or 7 games at the end of the season. He didn't even dress up.
Didn't even play. Yeah.
So that kind of tells you right there. Even in the playoffs, they didn't even put a jersey on him in the playoffs when it's all hands on deck in the playoffs.
So you think that's more of a Harbaugh thing or more of a Samuel thing?
I think it's a Harbaugh thing. I think there was something internally happened between them, and coach just wanted nothing else to do with him. Because
he was kind of just like, I don't want to play.
No, what player don't want to play? You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a contract year. This is a contract year. You want to play in your contract year because you're trying to get the max amount of dollars for yourself. He's a young player, so he would have got at least 4 to 5 year contract and top dollar. So not playing actually hurts you more than it helps you. So I know it wasn't on him because you messing with your money if you don't play. So it was more, I'm leaning more towards something internal. Either Jesse didn't want him or Harbaugh. It's something internal. We'll never know unless he tells us, because Harbaugh isn't the type of person that's going to let the dirty laundry out the house.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all right, that's all I have. But thank you for your time.
I appreciate you, man.
For sure.
Go Bolts.
Oh, for sure.
Yes,
Bolt up, baby. Oh, like I ain't gonna say your name, but she talking about you, Brodie. She said you her type. She a Niner fan, dog.
Did not say me.
Yeah, she did. She said Brodie. She said, "Hey, Brodie is my type."
No, ma'am.
I ain't got no type. Which is the only thing that I like. But Raider Sal said Chargers suck. Appreciate you, bro. But that's what it kind of it has to boil down to that. If you start just using common sense and you just looking at it, a player in this contract year, healthy, he was hurt and now he's healthy, and a team that's headed to the playoffs, and you're not part of the game plan at all. You don't put on a jersey on the sideline in a contract year where you need to show everybody this is your audition, and you don't dress. It's something internal. And they didn't even. And
our young boys was cooking.
Yeah. But still, though, it's still a body. He's a cornerback. He's still a body.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm saying a collective of all these things, like a perfect storm.
So I think, and the thing is, when they was asked in news conference about other players, they adamantly spoke up how they wanted to resign them. They wanted Mac back, right? They talked about J.K. Dobbins. Silence on Asante Samuel. He ain't coming back. No man. Look at no man.
Cooking.
Boy say he's single.
Cooking.
That's what I'm talking about. No man. He got a date for the draft party.
Speaking of, for 24th.
What round, Eddie? What round you want to get him in? Go ahead.
La Vida Cantina. Costa Mesa, California. Pull up on us. Draft day party hosted by Electric Avenue. 50-50 raffle. Giveaways. They got food. They got drink. They got Lightning Strike podcast. It's going down.
We got some mics. We're going to have some mics for y'all too, man. Y'all can pull up on us.
Come hang out with your player partners.
Man, who you say? I still bothered by the wild card outcome, but understand Elliott wasn't.
There's a lot going on at that time, man.
I say Mason Taylor, Scholar. Hey, Jackie. Well, Jackie, we're going to be at La Vida Cantina, Costa Mesa, California.
Yeah.
Please pull up on us, Jackie.
4 p.m. April 24th. La Vida Cantina. Costa Mesa, California. Draft day party.
Yes. He say Jaden Higgins. But I said, bro, if we want to blow the top off this, we go and we get Matthew Golden first round. We go Matthew Golden first round, Mason Taylor second round, and we watch Justin Herbert have a career MVP season.
5,000 yards.
5,000 plus. 50 touchdowns. Matthew Golden, Mason Taylor, Ladd, Mike Dubb, QJ, Jalen, Darius Davis. Man, get out of here. And Najee Harris, and Kamani Vidal, and man, get out of here, bro.
Go crazy.
Go all the way out there. Building an O.J. Simpson became the number 5 member on the team.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
La Vida Cantina, man. Show up for the draft party, y'all. So hang out with us. We're going to have extra microphones for y'all to get on air. Chop it up with us, man. So y'all come over there. We handing y'all a microphone. We want to see y'all in person.
Get all y'all takes off.
Yup. Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Come sit down with us.
Chop y'all up for y'all wild takes. Come sit down with us.
Eddie, who you want? Eddie does not like Mason Taylor, man. You must don't like LSU.
Hype about that. Triggered.
OJ, we got OJ Simpson in the comments. I don't know how, but OJ here. This the Caribbean OJ.
Orange Julius.
I know, Skylar, that's why I'm trying to be realistic, man. I think in the first round, Skylar, I think they go Zabel to really shore up that line, and they could still get a game changer with Aurora, Mason Taylor, other tight ends like that. Not saying that they're the caliber of Loveland, but they could still change the game like Loveland, right? They can still make plays. Mason Taylor's a winner, national championship winner, come from Hall of Fame genes, has produced, has a clutch gene. He's been winning at every level of his life, and winning is winning, bro. Winning is winning.
Boys show like to diminish your chip, won't they? They'll show diminish your chip.
Dang, Luke says, man, I don't know, man. Why you think? Because he went to North Dakota State? I think it's some good talent in North Dakota. You can ball.
Everybody's saying, and this is just disinterested third party. Everybody's saying Mason Taylor so trash.
They just never watch. They never. So the professionals align.
Listen, I'm just saying what the combine folks are saying.
Watch his film. I've watched every game that he was there.
And graded higher than Arroyo and Fannin. I seen some people in the comments talking about them.
He say we better draft Loveland, Grant, or a wide receiver. Luke is mad. Luke, you gonna come to the draft? Luke, you gotta pull up at the draft party. Are you in Southern California, Luke?
Come be confrontational in person.
school? What college do you root for? I'm not saying that they're not better than Mason. I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is you got a chance to get a 2-for-1. You got a chance to
serviceable young tight end and
offensive juggernaut. A cat that can play tackle and guard efficiently. And you're going to build a wall with him on the offensive line, bro. Like, you know how much time Mason Taylor will end up looking like Colson Loveland with the time that Justin Herbert has to throw. Somebody going to get open with that offensive line.
They got to.
Somebody going to get open.
Check down. Najee.
I mean, get it? Okay. If they get Loveland, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad because I trust in Jim and Joe. But I'm saying if they get Zabel, my vision, what I see could be happening is you're building that. It's like a perfect wall for Justin. You know how much time he will have to throw the ball? Forever in a day. Ever in a day, man. Guard. Insane. That can run and pass block effectively.
You heard?
Effectively.
Pickle 5 was good.
He one of them Midwest country boys, man. You can't teach that type of strength they got. They've been chucking hay, hurling that hay and stuff, just throwing it over their head, bro. That, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, Skyler. I don't care who we draft. I just want to win and sweep KC. Man, that'd be a beautiful thing. We sweep KC this year, bro.
Everybody.
Sweep the whole division. Bro.
Yeah, sweep the division.
Go undefeated in the division, bro. That will be, man.
Sweep the division.
He said against terrible competition. It's been some big names come out of. Put it like this: North Dakota State is like a national championship contender in the FCS, and it ain't that much drop off because when they play these big schools, they give them a lot of these schools won't even schedule North Dakota State because they'll take a L. Football, man. And he's out there crushing these dudes. You say I'm overrating them. I'm not overrating them. Like, I'm just speaking of facts. Even the professionals are speaking the same thing that I'm speaking.
Amir, what's good?
I love Taylor. I honestly love Taylor. I'm not saying Taylor's better than Loveland. No, I would not say that. You would never hear that come out of my mouth. But what I'm saying is, if I'm sitting here and I can draft, I can build a perfect offensive line, and I still get a good tight end. And with this perfect offensive line, that tight end is going to look like Loveland because my quarterback's going to have time, and they can get the extra second to get open because we struggled last year with time of separation and pressure. We got pressured the most by just about by any team, right up the middle. So we didn't have wide receiver separation, and we didn't have an offensive line to protect our quarterback. Now we got the ability to get an offensive line that could be a juggernaut. I mean,
24.
He's a national championship winner at the FCS level. Loveland's a national championship winner. Mason Taylor's a national championship winner.
La Vida Cantina, 4 p.m. Bring all your hot takes, mid takes, 3 times less than takes. Draft party. It's going down.
He said that's the line. Did we really fix it with Zion? Zion was decent. He was the better of the other 3 amigos. But he still was guilty. He still was guilty.
Everybody says he's well, not everybody, just Luke and Eddie. And wherever Taylor goes, I'm gonna just say I told you so. Taylor's a dog, man. That boy's a winner, man. That boy, I watched him make clutch catch after clutch catch. He made Jaden Daniel. He saved Jaden Daniel. He saved Gus. Boy, made them look like geniuses, man. Mason Taylor, they just throw it down there, a 4th and forever, and they need something, and they just throw it, and Mason Taylor makes the catch. You put money on what? What we put money on, Luke? We done entered wages into the chat?
Yeah.
We done entered coins into the chat. Am I digging into my piggy bank?
I know, man.
My check-ins got to move something to the savings. What we doing?
Look, Luke, I'm not arguing with Luke about who's better.
Boy, look.
I already agree with you that Loveland's better.
Going with Luke on April 24th.
I'm not betting on who's going to have a better career. I'm saying that Taylor's still going to ball out. Taylor going to ball out. If we get Taylor, we winning still.
Draft day party. Johnny, we talking about that right now.
Johnny, that's what we've been talking about for the last.
But Luke in the chat cutting up.
Luke ready to swing on. Luke, are you in SoCal, Luke? Taylor will not be an average tight end. Will not be. He will not be. I'm not gonna reduce him to that. But he said,
No man, he can't do that.
He said he said confrontational. I'm saying it wrong?
No, he said three times.
Confrontational. You got he said 5 syllables. Hey, you gotta fly out, Luke. You gotta fly out, man. You gotta pull up, bro.
Man. Luke, I'm happy you have the self-awareness. You are indeed confrontational. The healing starts here, Lightning Strike Podcast. Yeah. Therapy for everybody. Man, who is this? This is my boy Amir.
What's up, Amir?
What up, brothers?
Chilling.
Long time no hear from.
You know how it be. It's detail season, so I'm out here cleaning everybody's car. I'm tired as hell. Last thing I'm thinking about is, but why you guys running my guy there, Luke? Like you guys, you're not feeling his logic?
No, we're not running. Ain't no beef. We just having a healthy.
Okay, word up.
I respect. Like
positive conflict resolution.
Yeah, it ain't.
I'm feeling y'all.
Podcast.
It's all love. It's all love with me.
I mean, we all Charger fans. At the end of the day, we really got to hold.
At the end of the day,
hey,
listen for the same team.
Listen, Luke, they went crazy when we didn't draft Malik Neighbors.
They went crazy when we didn't get
and we got Joe Alt, and look what happened.
When we didn't get Bowers.
But check this out. We're at a stage now where you got to show and prove. Now you got to make it look like you're trying to win. See, the part of the thing that most Charger fans, a lot of football fans in general, right, was, everybody was wide receiver, Herbert needs help. So we just went through the entire season of realizing if you're going to help Herbert, how you're going to do it. And so, Harbaugh shows us why he's the coach and we're not, right? Okay. So we just went through that season. Well, here we are, brand new season. Okay. Team runs out of gas in a playoff game, looking a little exhausted, looking a little tired, looking a little outcoached. And so the fans are like, okay, now Harbaugh, right? Okay, you got to make it look believable. You got to make it look like, yes, we're committed to winning. This isn't the same Charger team. This isn't the same organization. We've got a brand new culture. We're about it, and we're about to show you how we're about to get down. You got to make it look like it. So you can't be really on that. Just believe. You got to do something. So I guess a big move in the right direction, where the fans were concerned, where we could all see the direction that the team's going, is the signing of Mekhi Becton, right? Everybody's excited about that. Everybody's like, Herbert's getting some help now, okay? But as it stands now, we all know we still need a running back. We still need another wide receiver to make it work. QJ, he is questionable. I'm not going to say, QJ to TJ, but I am going to say that he's questionable right now. I know he's probably in the lab working on his hands right now, right? Trying to get better. But until he does, right? Okay, until he shows us that he can make those catches with his hands, right? Okay. Until he shows us, right? He is a project still. That being said, I believe that somewhere down along the line in his career, he's going to show everybody. I was mad nice all along. I just had to get in my groove. I had to find my place. I had to find the right system, right? And I'm nice, okay? So that being said, until then, right now, we got Ladd, we got Mike, right? And then, so we got Brendan. Okay, is Brendan going to show up? What's going on with Brendan, right? We got Najee. Right, Najee, we expect him to run for 1,000 yards, I guess. So, as fans are concerned, the fans are like, okay, so it looks like we're kind of half doing it, and so we're going to put everything else in the hands of the draft, right? Or is everybody thinking that there's a shot with Keenan Allen coming back? Is he going to be viable? Is that a viable solution for Keenan to come back? What about J.K. Dobbins? He had a really good season, considering the Chargers, kind of, I don't want to call them half-ass. I say that the work in progress offensive line, right? Because I have issues with Salyer and what's his name, the center, and Pitt. Yeah. I got issues with some of them cats because, they weren't really looking like professionals. They were really looking like journeymen, especially Pip and Bozeman. And them dudes ain't journeymen. Them dudes have been around a hot minute, right? Okay. Zion, people are kind of, what's that? The people's opinion of Zion is, he's, six, you might get 6 blocks out of 10 with him, and the other 4 he gets blown out of the box. So, the fans are obviously like, you Harbaugh has to make it look like we're moving in the right direction, right? Got to make it look like it. Got to make it look believable, right? Some teams are making it look believable. Philly figured out how to make it look believable. Denver's on the rise. They're trying to make it look believable. So their fan base is growing by the moment. The Chargers, right, always looking like they're trying to be a dollar store organization, trying to get the best out of dollar store players. They put everything into Herbert's bucket, right? Put all that money into Herbert's bucket. You tell me you're going to be a run-first team? Your quarterback worth, what was it? I can't remember how many million it was. That dude's going to be rich beyond rich. He's going to get into that wealthy bracket, right? You're telling me they're going to pay him all that money to handle the ball off 25 times? This is the direction of the team, right? So you guys tell me. I know that Culture here is a big offensive line guy, big in the trenches guy, right? You win and lose in the trenches. I'm of the same logic. Games are won and lost in the trenches, right? But as we're moving into this whole new era of basketball is what I call it, right? Where we're throwing to 6'5", 6'6" receivers, and you're just playing, a catch. Who can get in position to catch the ball. So you got to obviously have guys who are going to block. You guys got to have guys who are going to be able to stop the run, right? This whole new era where the Chargers fit. You guys know more about the whole college team than I do. So I'm not going to argue with you because I like the violent runs of Scatterboo. I like the violent runs, because I'm from the '70s, so you understand my football theory.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So it was run, throw, tackle, catch. That's how we see it. So a lot of those pure football players, they appeal to us. They appeal to our ideals about football. So you guys are going to have to fill us in more on this new direction of what you think the Chargers are going to do and why it looks like the way it looks right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the mic, and you guys are gonna explain to me why it looks like it looks right now, because I'm not exactly sold on what's happening.
I just think like we can really, the game, like you said, the game starts and ends with the trenches. If your trenches, as we seen, we had the better team in Houston, right? They was down multiple key players on both sides of the ball, right? But they won the trenches. They won the battle in the trenches on us. They put pressure on Herbert. He couldn't settle in and get his throws off. They were 10 off on him the whole game, right? So to me, if you address that with the type of quarterback he is, look at what he did with what we had in the time that he had to throw, right? We won 11 games. So if you give him an offensive line that will give him the time to create for his receivers, since they can't create for themselves outside of Ladd, it's amazing. I think it's going to.
Let me stop you right there. I want you to guys consider something, right? And then go back and then you guys tell me, right? Right. I often feel like that the whole QJ thing, right? I'm kind of full of it when I think QJ to TJ.
He's playing out of position.
I want you to go back and look at that Baltimore game. Look at the Baltimore game. He's got guys beat by a step at least. He's created separation, right? But Herbert gets the ball there, and it's all of a sudden he's Edward Scissorhands, and he can't secure the
That's
ball.
not the throws. That's not the throws or the route he should be running. He's an intermediate guy. He's a body ball catcher, so you have to give him the intermediate routes where he's facing the quarterback to make a catch.
Yeah, he's coming back to where he's coming back to the ball. I get it. I get
because he's great after the run. They're like, let's talk about what he can do. Once he catches the ball and secures it, he is great at making the miss and get to where he's going. But when you put him in positions where he's going for the deep route and he's not a high point guy on the ball, he's not going to fight for the ball. So
he doesn't know how to do that. That's not his game.
And he has shown that he can't catch when he's looking away. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to lay out for
Those are difficult catches. Those are difficult catches. Those aren't the easiest catches, man, to make. But I mean, you guys don't understand. Like my take is. But I'm sorry. I'm sure. I asked you. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
Yeah. So I just feel that QJ, if you put him in the 5 to 15 yard role, the intermediate routes where he's running comebacks, he's running drags, he's looking at the quarterback, he does good. He does well in that role because he is really good once he catches the ball in those short routes and he can stretch it out and he can get yards after catch. But him being an X is not in the game plan for him. He's not physical. He's not a fighter. None of that. But he's shown that he's willing to catch the ball over the middle, lay down in the zone in those small routes, or get it and make some moves and get extra yards after the catch. He's shown that he can do that.
So let me ask you, when you say he's not a fighter, like he doesn't have no blocking skills, you're saying that?
No, he has no get off the line. If he's getting pressed, he has no get off the line. He doesn't thrive when they're in contact.
So he has no release.
No release. You seen that? You seen that in Houston, right on the big screen. He was going for a first down. He didn't even get 2 yards or past the yard marker for a first down, and he was right. He only needed 1 yard. He didn't even.
Didn't he have Stingley?
But he didn't even he was scared of the contact from Stingley, and Stingley didn't even contact him. So he ran. Instead of him making the contact and making the separation, he ran a soft route.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you on that because I think Stingley was in his head. And what happened, we've seen it with some receivers is that it's like Stingley, they beat you before you guys even get started. You're in the first quarter and Stingley's in his head. And that's what that looked like to me. Like Stingley was completely in his head.
Yeah, he's not physical, man. He's not a physical guy because you can see it on the deep balls. Like, he doesn't even fight for him. It's like...
No, he doesn't. He's not. See, the thing about, and this is what I noticed about him in college, is that he's not a guy who played a lot of basketball in college, right? He's a guy who played a lot of football in college, and he didn't, what's his name, was a quarterback for him. What's his name? Dugan.
Yeah. Duggar.
And so he notoriously has a short arm. Notoriously, like Duggan has a really notoriously short arm. And so there was a lot of times when QJ's coming back to the ball. He's outruns the route, outruns the ball, and he's coming back to the ball. So and then he played against inferior competition. So I don't at this point right now, I don't know if, unless you guys say different, right? Right now, I don't think he's anything more than a project. And this is why there's a lot of fans who believe that right now. We're kind of looking towards Harbaugh to make it look believable. Bring in another wide receiver, man.
I think he will. I think they will, but I also think that they're going to put him in the right role, those intermediate routes, and we'll see a better product from him. Because the guy caught almost 12 touchdowns, so he does something right. He does something, and again, those touchdowns come in those intermediate routes that he's running. So he does something right.
I mean, he does good 15, 20-yard routes. It's like he has to be able to he has to have his right shoulder to the quarterback, because if he's turned and his left shoulder is to the quarterback, that's where QJ's having problems. If you look at the pass where what's the name, Lattimore picks him off, his left shoulder is to the quarterback. That pass he dropped in Green Bay, left shoulder to the quarterback. So clearly he's cradling the ball where his right shoulder needs to be turned towards the quarterback. Touchdown pass against Cincinnati, right shoulder towards the quarterback. Everything has been his right shoulder towards the quarterback, and he's making those catches. It's when he's trying to dribble with the left hand that he starts having problems. So I don't know, man. What do you guys think about defense, man? I'm not exactly sure.
I like Kenneth Grant, man. I like Kenneth Grant in the middle. James Pierce Jr. I like Josiah Stewart, but I mean, it's a lot of guys, man. I wish we could get Mason Graham. Yeah.
Are you guys thinking that we're going to continue? Because what's his name? I forgot the coordinator's name.
Which one? Offense or defense?
Defense.
Mentor.
Like
Mentor.
I thought he did really good, but I thought right at the end near the middle of the end of the season, the defense start running out of gas. You guys notice that as well?
Mm. And what aspect? What you think?
Want to score defense, but right in the middle of the season, it seemed like the defense was like really.
Oh, because we was hurt, man.
We play some.
We ain't have no safety. We had no safety.
We play some tough teams too.
Yeah, remember we was down safeties. We had to call Tony Jefferson back out of retirement, and he was like 7-day notice, and he's starting the game.
Oh yeah, he did. And you know what? And outside of that particular preseason game and the games that he played, I'm not exactly sure Jefferson is really the answer. I know they signed him again.
He brings the veteran's perspective. He brings the mentality.
Because he's not coming up making a killer stops. He's missing tackles, and in some cases, he's in position to make coverage. But I don't at the moment. I don't think Jefferson is the answer. I think it's a temporary solution.
No, he's not. He's not a starter by any means. He's not projected to be the starter. He's just added as a depth piece and as that coach, that extra coach in the secondary, because he's an older guy. He's been around the league and he can coach. Remember, we're young. We're young at defensive back.
Is that guy supposed to start over there, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name?
Go ahead.
What's the other one? What's the other one? The other safety ahead of Molden. Alohi, yeah, Alohi. What's going on with him? Is he returning?
As far as I know, I was tracking he was returning.
Okay, so there's no, as of now, there's no word of Gilman not, signing with another team. He's supposed to return with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm not all that high on him either. He gets burnt. He misses tackles. Like that particular spot for us is really weak, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody decent over there since Weddle.
And I'm pretty sure that's going to be addressed in the later rounds, the safeties and stuff. I think they're going to bring in some depth with the young guys. They're going to try some guys out from the draft to see, because I tell you this, if they would have drafted whoever last year at safety, he would have been playing. He would have got a lot of playing time for sure.
So and then I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. I got to get ready to kick rocks. But I'm gonna ask you, and because me and Luke, we talk about this the other night, is Dean Leonard. What's your guys' take on Dean Leonard? Because he came in a game when Fulton was hurt. The agreement that me and Luke came to was that he's not getting enough playing time. He can't create any type of consistency, any type of cohesion with the defense, really. And so, what is you guys' take on him?
It's with any young person, man.
What happened to the both of them? What happened?
I'm back. Oh, my bad.
Lord, he's back. Dean Leonard. I was asking you guys about Dean Leonard.
It's like with any young guy.
So you guys think that Dean is, because I think this is his fourth season. It's going to be like his fourth season with the Chargers now, right?
With Dean, let me see what year this is for him.
I see what no ma'am Adolph said.
What did he say?
He said you stumped him, Amir.
With Dean, man, because you reach deep down in the depth charts. When we talking about no Dean Leonard,
and nobody does. Nobody ever mentions Dean, right? Nobody ever talks about him, right? But he's particularly fast. He's kind of a taller defensive back, and I was just thinking, obviously, we're talking about on the defensive side, but he's somebody I think that could help if he got more playing time. I was just thinking, yeah. So what were you guys thinking about him and his contribution, or are you guys thinking he's just another depth guy? Because we all talk about the offense, but we really don't talk about the defense much. And everybody's expecting, the defense. I guess I could ask about Mac. I'm of the belief that this should be Mac's last season altogether.
I think it is.
I think it is.
I honestly, I thought Khalil was like really pushing it last season.
He was, but he was still better than Bosa.
Yeah, Bosa did. I'm telling you right now, Bosa doesn't want to play for the Chargers. Bosa had made a mental decision that he didn't want to play for the Chargers a long time ago, and that showed because, as another diehard Charger fan, Steve Bolts mentioned, like 15 games in 3 seasons. So I think it was clear that Bosa was making business decisions years ago, and he was trying to get out of the organization. Just the organization didn't let him go. And then, the one time, they gave him an opportunity to kick rocks, he said no, and he took the restructure because he was coming off an injury, and I don't think that any other team would have taken him. So, yeah, I'm with you guys on that. I think that Bosa had been making business decisions.
Yeah, he was bad hips, not really pursuing something. But
just outside.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about.
He was trying to.
I mean, you can't expect much from Leonard, man, because he's a 7th-round pick. That's for one. You ain't expecting him to do much. If he comes in and dominates and balls out, by all means, that's a big, huge plus. But a guy that's drafted in the 7th round, you just expecting him just to be a depth piece to spot play, special teams player. Come in, nickel situations, help out. But
so you guys kind of feel the way we feel right now. There's not a whole lot to say about him because there's not a lot of consistency with him. So to keep him where he's keeping him, and we're not expecting a whole lot from him unless he shows us different.
Yeah, I mean, where you earn your keep is training camp and special teams.
Yeah.
I've seen guys, Arthur, I can't think of his last name. He played for the Jets and the Ravens. He started out with the Saints on special teams, and he just earned his way. He made a mark on special teams everywhere he went, and then he balled out with the Ravens, and then he went to the Jets, and he's balling out. But he first made his mark on special teams.
Now there's a lot of we got the Charger guys from San Diego who made the team like that. Kasim Osgood, y'all remember him? Guys who were special teams guys, end up making the team. Malcolm Floyd was a practice squad guy, who made the team impact, But yeah, I'm with you guys, man. I'm definitely with you on that. I don't know. I just wish that they would do more, but I guess that's everybody right now. Everybody's team fan base wants the guys to do more free agency.
Arthur Moulette, that's it. Who it is, Luke? Arthur Moulette. He Tulane guy.
But Thule. What do you guys think about Thule? I'm concerned about Thule. I really am. I'm concerned about Thule because there were times when.
Oh, this is gonna be his year. It's his year.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
No, man.
It's go year.
About the brother, man.
It's go year.
You think so? Oh man, I don't think we got enough. I don't think we got enough pressure coming up front for Thule to be able to do that like he did in college where, he led the nation in sacks. I don't think that we have a presence up front. I think Thule kind of gets swallowed up. Big old huge tackles. How many sacks did he have last season? Anybody know, fan?
Thule?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get you some. He might have had 2 or 4.
He has 6 or 7. Luke says he has 6 or 7. I suppose that's all possible. But I'm just, I'm not completely sold on the Chargers defense just yet. I know Mac is exhausted.
8.5.
Thule didn't look like a dominant force last season.
Forced fumble, 20.
But he didn't. He also didn't get a lot of. He didn't get a lot because him and Mac was rotating out.
So I know they kept trying to bring in what's his name? What's the dude? The other one.
Bud Dupree.
Bud Dupree. Yeah, they kept trying to bring. It's another one I'm not sold on, man. It's like I don't know. I'm concerned about the Chargers defense. I don't know. I know I have.
It's gonna be good, man.
We'll see. Right now, a whole lot of conjecture right now. So I'm hoping that we're gonna be good. I'm hoping. But right now, I just don't have a whole lot of faith in the roster on defense. But that's just my take right now. I could be 100% dead wrong. You know what I mean? But listen, I am about to kick rocks. I'm about to let you guys come up here and skewer somebody else and let them talk more about, Chargers football. So, I appreciate you guys making any more missions out anywhere. You heading out anywhere to any other signings or public missions?
Post in Mesa, California.
Oh, that's right. You guys are gonna post
La Vida Cantina. draft day party.
Right. Yeah.
Lightning Strike podcast will be live on hand, streaming the entire event.
No, ma'am. Adolf says them rocks already being kicked, bro. You're making fun of me, bro. But anyway, I know that if you guys get a hold of Steve Votes for Life, I think she's going to be in the house for the draft. If I have the opportunity, I might try to make that as well. So we, who knows, we might be able to act up. But anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I always appreciate you guys letting me come and hang out and talk my nonsense. So,
all right, my boy.
It was good seeing y'all, brothers.
Oh no, man, we do a tailgate. We're doing the tailgate at the Dodgers game.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
We're gonna do the tailgate at the Dodgers game.
I don't even like baseball. It's too damn slow. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. All right, y'all.
All right, my man.
All right, thanks for letting me say it.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, 8.5 seconds. This is gonna be Tula year, man. He in the spot. I feel like watching him in the spots that he came in last year, he was very effective, and he imposed his will. He's a young guy. He's still learning. But he stepped up. And I think this year with him possibly starting, I think this is going to be a breakout year for him.
Tuli.
For sure. Amir going for somebody 18th on the depth chart, saying why this guy, I can't even, I think they called him up late in the season. Yeah, he only played 8 games, 8 tackles. Somebody checking for that, man. Dean Leonard, 8 total. He had 6 total tackles. Ain't nobody checking for no Dean Leonard. Played 11 games, 8 tackles, 6 solo tackles, 2 assists, 3 pass deflections. What you got, Danger Dave?
What's good?
He said, let's talk about the backup long snapper. No, but listen, Luke, if a guy's gonna earn his spot, and Arthur Millette is the perfect example of that. You impose your will, you stand out on special teams. If you're a 7th-round draft pick, you're gonna have to get it out the mud. You're gonna have to get it out the mud, bro. Dean, unfortunately, hasn't gotten out of the mud yet, hasn't made those special team plays to really, for them to want to put him on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's how Arthur Millette earned his role. I know he ain't gonna be a starter. He's a 7th-round draft pick. He ain't gonna be a starter. But what I'm saying is, on special teams, are you talking about Arthur Millette? I know he's not a starter, but he comes in, he still makes plays. He earned his keep. He earned his keep on special teams.
So he made some good special plays. Special team plays.
But Deion Leonard, it must be his boy or something. Deion Leonard must be his boy.
Gang them.
Luke gonna get on here and argue me that Deion Leonard is better than Cam Hart.
We gotta get Luke to pull up, man.
Hey, you gotta come from Maryland. You gotta.
Well, that's where he from?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did say Merlin.
Murderland.
No, man.
I do.
Golf.
I know I play golf.
Stop it.
I do. I got golf club. I got golf clubs and everything.
Got a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. I know you ain't talking. No, you ain't talking.
All of a sudden, we golf with.
I use a boy. It's a ball up.
What's your par?
I'm my handicap's -3.
Sure. All we can do is take your word for it. How y'all feel about that game last night, man? Had my boy Luke out here in tears. And then he pulled the Jets out. Luke cook everyone and what? Luke just be wanting us be chatting. Day, yeah, he crashed out. Said we better already be building that statue for Nico.
From Dallas. Hell yeah.
That's a good look, my boy. He went crazy. Heard me.
But he went drop 45 on their head yesterday?
Yeah, on their top.
On their top. On their head top. And they was cheering for Luka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to hit the jump.
Is it that time, my boy?
Oh yeah. It's that time.
Till we meet again.
Good talk, man. I'm gonna have to have my depth chart pulled up. That boy reached. I was still stunned. He reached in the basement. Probably was him and Luke was like, get him with this.
Child.
Get him with Leonard. Like, pull that out. See if they know. They're gonna ask what the water boy name is. Like, fuck water boy.
Crazy. We back at it tomorrow or what, man? I says we back at it tomorrow or what?
Yeah. Tomorrow Friday, yeah. We in this joint.
Mm-hmm.
We in this joint. I was on
Friday.
You know how I go. Freestyle Friday. Luke, pull up. What we debating tomorrow, Luke?
Freestyle Friday. We talk about it all.
Man, no man ghosted us for this whole week, bro. I had to DM him and tell him where he been. I like Trey. Terrence, Trey is a dog. Trey Hendricks is a dog, bro. Sack leader. Like, that speaks volume for itself. Dodgers. But yeah, Terrence, Trey is a beast. Don't let no man say anything different. He's a beast. As long as we don't give up too much for him, he is a sack leader and he's looking for a payday too. I think he's like $18 million hit on the cap. He's worth his money. He is older, but he's gotten better every year though. His stats have gotten better every year and he's produced every year. Started out with the Saints and ended up with the Bengals. He's a baller, man. As long as they can pull it off for a cheap draft pick, I would not be mad. I would not be mad. As long as we don't mortgage the future for him, I'm cool with it.
Leverage the entire organization on one person.
Yeah. Nice. Being that he's on the other side of 30, that's why I'm like, But if we can get him for a fourth or a fifth, I'm with it, bro. Oh, he say 2 second-round picks. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much, bro. That's too much. That's too much, man. On a 1-year deal, that's too much. Because this is his contract year. So you got to pay him after this year. I think that's just too much. I like him. Wouldn't mind him, but I'm like,
I like you.
I want you. But for 2 second rounders, Cincinnati, and man, they can scout. Cincinnati can scout. They can flip that into something big. But yeah, he's due $18 million this year on the cap. And it's the last year of his deal. There's no way. There's no way you pay him. You give up 2 second rounders for him, and you're not even guaranteed to get his services after next year. You got to renegotiate his contract. Man. And when that second round, you probably could have got the future Trey Henderson with those second round picks. Definitely, Terrence, he definitely would be a monster. I think he had more than 12 sacks. I think he was a sack leader, I know that. So he had to have like 17, not 7, closer to that than he is 13. He's definitely a monster, bro. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with at the DN position. 17.5 sacks. Cooking, bro. Straight dog with it, bro. And he's gotten better every year in the NFL. Every year.
The trajectory has been upward.
Every year. And I was dumbfounded when New Orleans didn't sign him in free agency. And they let him walk for cheap too. Joe, we talking about Trey Hendrickson. He's a monster, but it's just like, man, do you give up all those picks? If they're talking 2 second rounders, you're like, do you want to get that up? You think he's declining from him? I think he got 2 more years, 2-3 more years in him, bro. Because you think he had 2020, he had 13 sacks. 21, he had 14 sacks. 22, he had 18. 23 and 24, he had 17.5 sacks. He ain't declining. He definitely not declining.
He's up.
Yeah. And he had 13 assists to go with that 17.5 sacks. Doing something right. He's 30. He'll be 31. So I say players are playing till about 34 now because of like the advance in technology and the ability to take care of your body. It depends on how they take care of their body off the field. Somebody, Danger Day, say 7th round, edge rusher, enjoyables. But what do we give up for him, Terrence? What do we give up for him? Put it in reverse, Terrence. Man, we got to get all these people in the room. No, we ain't giving up. Terrence, you giving up too much, man. Terrence. No, Terrence. We can't bring you in the negotiation room, Terrence. Yeah, you say a third this year and first you just said 2 seconds. Then you said a third this year and a second this year. Bro, do you know how much, that's the future.
In franchise mode.
Yeah, he's older. He's 30. He's 30. He'll be 31 in December. He is that. And we trade, think about this. Just think of the minimum of 3 years. Every draft pick that you give up is a minimum of 3 years you would have had a cheap player. 3 to 4 years. 5 years if they're first rounder. Way too much. See, Danger, I like Danger thing, but that fourth, I say 5 and 5. We give you 5 this year, 5 next year, maybe. But still, that's 2 picks. I say 1 pick, bro, because we taking $18 million. And the older guy, $18 million. Let's see what
Better get him up that bread.
Let's see what his trade value is, man. Let's see the Bengals out there rabbit mind, bro. They said they're currently looking for a late first round pick or a package including a second round pick for the 30-year-old defensive line who is seeking a contract extension worth around $30 million per year. Out the door. Yeah, nah, we good, bro. We good.
That's
you can go be
the money, ain't it?
Yeah, you can go be the sack leader somewhere else. $30 million a year? Over 30? You should have got that when you were 27, my boy.
$30 million.
You should have got that when you was 27, my boy. You on the other side of 30, my boy.
$30 million.
Hey, Brodie, he acting all weird. Why he acting all weird?
Trey came up in here acting all weird.
Man, you want $30 million per year? You know you 30.
30.
I get it.
Weird.
Yeah, you are the sack leader. But you're 30 also, brother. He's absolutely a monster. But 30 a year, and we probably got 2 good years left in you?
Nah, fam. Men don't like it. Ross.
When we can go in this draft and get some young gunners, James Pierce Jr., Hosea Stewart, Kenneth Grant. He said, I'll pay 80-30 to come out of retirement.
Aaron Donald, 30 M's to come out of retirement.
I'll give him 40. That boy there. Aaron Donald is just
30 M's to come out of retirement, Aaron.
I don't think there's nobody stronger than that dude, bro. That dude was just a bully, man.
He said his dad had him in that gym early.
That dude was just a bully, bro. Like, he was just a physical, he like a walking muscle, bro. And he was dominating.
Him and The Rock was lifting one day. The boys were going pound for pound, band for band.
It was just, hey, he different, bro. He built different, bro. He was compact. He was compact, and he was just strong. He wasn't those dudes, if he grabbed you, you like, bro, you like grab me at 10%. His 10% is like 100%.
True.
Hey, Aaron, that dude, man. I'll give him 30 for 1 year. Aaron Donald.
Defense would be geeked.
Man was just like bullying dudes, bro. He was a bully, bro.
Geeked.
And he was like, I think he was like, what, 6'1" or something? Donald? He wasn't, Trey is like 6'4". He's like 6'1". He probably more like 5'11", 6 foot, even. 280 just muscle. Probably had like 3 to 5% body fat on him. He's just manhandling people, bro. 6 foot defensive tackle that just destroyed people. Just a phenomenal force, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It just
got his chip and got out the way.
I would see this dude take two offensive linemen and move them back at the same time, bro. Push him into the quarterback.
Boy.
You gotta frame that jersey. No, man. You gotta frame that. He's the real deal. And the thing is, he walked away from the game
on his own
with a tank full of gas.
Mm-hmm.
With
all
a tank full of gas.
Faculties.
Everything.
No TBI recorded anyway.
32 years old, he walked away from the game of football at the height.
Danger
20 sacks.
Aaron Donald a freak.
20 sacks from the...
Ain't talking about on the field.
111 sacks from the defensive tackle position. That's retarded. I mean, I don't say the word. That's special. But, man, we're about to get up out of here with y'all, bro.
Yeah. Once again, man, for those who didn't get the news, our man Boatman is in good spirits, out the hospital, back at the house, back charging us up. back motivating us for the upcoming season, the draft day, the tailgate, Electric Avenue, and all things above. So shout out my man, Boat Man. Thank you for everybody for your prayers and your well wishes, and you get well soon. All paid off. Man is in good spirits. Boat Man, glad to have you back with us. Turn up.
Yes, indeed. Hey, April 24th, 4 p.m., live at La Vida Cantina, Costa Mesa, California. We want to see y'all there. Everybody that's in SoCal, please be there. If you plan on traveling to SoCal around that time, please be there. You are welcome. It is free to get in. You got to buy your food and drinks, though. But you probably won't need it because it's going to be a vibe in there, bro. The atmosphere is going to be crazy. They're going to have giveaways, 50-50 raffle. All that. Electric Avenue is hosting an event. And y'all's truly, Lightning Strike Podcast will be live in attendance at the event, giving you play-by-play. We're going to have some nice footage and some possible special guests from you guys, and who knows who's going to be at the party. Who knows? You might pull up on me. Pull up on me. I know we working overtime.
But you know, man, just for you. Ain't seen you in a couple of days. We had to come back full force.
Yeah, they're cheating on me.
But no, ma'am, you bringing him?
He said he's gonna have 2 on his arm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the ladies will be there.
What we talking about?
I'll tell you.
There's some work in the building now. You hop in the DM. We can tell you all about it. There's some work in the building.
If you know like I know. We out though, man. Appreciate y'all.